starts and never ends. Tune and lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Riley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour tonight. We are talking about the young man Karmelo Anthony. I know I did not cover the trial. I know there were many of you out there that covered the trial. You did a great motherfucking ass job. Right now, the country is in a very tense space. They're in a tense space, a tense thought pattern, and most of all, they are in a tense. Oh my God! They are in intense. Top of my finger. They are in a space of wanting to knuck up if you buck, but also staying still, because what happens when we go against the verdict. They utilize us to showcase, see, this is what black people is like. So that's what I was trying to say. There has been some updates, so very grown and very heavy conversation. I'm gonna catch you up with what's going on, of course, with time period where everybody is on one of my bad, yeah. Child, listen, things happen. StreamYard shut down on me, but I am here regardless of the fact. But like I said, I'm going to catch you up with everything with Karmelo Anthony and then show you some perspectives, because right now it seems like everybody is one accord. Amen. Amen. So that being said, let's make it do what it do, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do it. By the way, if StreamYard ever goes out, y'all, because it does from time to time, no, I will be back. Okay, just know that. So shout out to the 7 people that were here. Shout out to the 1 person here now. Thank you for your love, grace, and space as we get through this here. Let me tell you this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is Hey everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. So let's get to it. We're going to kick it off with Forbes magazine, Forbes.com here. That is interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So here we go here from Forbes magazine. Of course, I knew this was going to happen. Don't worry about y'all. Don't worry. I got y'all. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. See, this is why you save stories and stuff. Give me a moment. So we're going to go with this right here. I knew that Forbes was going to do this. So here we go, everybody. Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett says race absolutely played a role in Karmelo Anthony's stabbing conviction. A 35-year sentence was handed down this week to a black teenager who was convicted of fatally stabbing a white 17-year-old in a case that has sparked a racial reckoning in the Dallas suburb of Frisco, Texas, and criticism from well-known figures like rapper Cardi B and Representative Jasmine Crockett, Democrat of Texas, who claimed race absolutely played a role in the verdict. And my God, today, in the words of Michael Jackson, all I want to say is they didn't really care about us. All I want to say is they didn't really care about us. All I want to say is they didn't really care about us. Oh my God. It's amazing how lyrics can still stand for something years later, right? It's amazing. So let's continue on here. Karmelo Anthony, now 19, was found guilty of murder Tuesday by a jury and sentenced to 2 decades in prison after he fatally stabbed Austin McCaff at a track meet when both were 17 years old. Anthony's legal team argued that he acted in self-defense after he was physically attacked, physically confronted by a larger member of the opposing track meet. Of the opposing track team during the meet. Prosecutors argued Anthony intentionally escalated otherwise mild situation by stabbing McCaff in the chest with a folding knife. McCaff died shortly after. Despite the prosecution claiming in opening statements that the case has nothing to do with race, McCaff's father disavowing those who focus on race as a contributing factor, it quickly became a flashpoint in online political discussions. I want you to keep that in mind. That the father is saying this has nothing to do with race. I want you to keep that in mind because there have been some new developments. Okay. I just want you to keep that in mind. Okay. Just want you to keep that in mind. Just want you to keep that in mind. Supporters of McCaff and Anthony clashed outside the Collin County Courthouse Tuesday with at least one woman holding up a sign that said Austin say his name, repurposing a prominent Black Lives Matter movement sign. Commenters debate if Anthony's actions could reasonably be considered self-defense. Others claim the case would have been different if the races were reversed. People on both sides expressed an uneasiness over a teenager being handed 35 cents. Anthony was tried as an adult under Texas law. And I think that's where I am with it, right? It is quite sad to me, right, that what has happened with this case, because from what I understand, it was a track meet, right? And back in the day, there used to be this thing called civility, understanding, and compassion. So it was raining. No kid wants to be rained on, right? And so this kid went over to another team's tent, right, just to get out the rain. Now, my thing is this. Kids don't run that tent. Okay? Those kids don't run that tent. Those kids do not run that. Wait, that was give me a moment. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Those kids do not run that adult. Okay, it's gonna cut out again, y'all, but I will be back. I don't know why my laptop is doing this right now. I really don't, y'all. I am so sorry. Give it a moment here. Can y'all still hear me is the question, because I cannot see y'all. I'm gonna have to reset it. I'm gonna have to reset the laptop, damn it. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm gonna be straight back. Give me a moment. Hey, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. Like I said, I do not know why. There we go. Hey, I'm back. Nice to see you. Don't know what's going on StreamYard, but it's pissing me off. But we're here. Now, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by StreamYard. Those kids don't run that tent except the adults. Those kids do not run that tent except the adults. Those kids do not run that tent except the adults, right? And like I said, down south, food, music, sports are all religions, right? So it was raining. I would like to believe, because public schools are severely getting underfunded, okay? And this is because the president not only got elected, but also, too, the Secretary of Education got confused rather, A1 steak sauce with AI. No, that's a real story. I'm not making that up just to make that up. That's actually real. So you would think, with schools being severely underfunded, that, okay, listen, I know that we're rival schools, but it's a kid. He's trying to stay out the rain. Just let him stay under there until his parents come, and then we'll make it do what it do. That's what should have happened, right? And like I said on my thumbnail, I said, isn't it interesting that for both of these young men, right, that that it was raining for both of these men, that they both wanted to get home, and they were seen as a threat to others, right? You think about Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. You think about this guy, Karmelo Anthony, and the other individual, right? And so it's almost like, well, I didn't pass them up on the job. They weren't qualified. It had nothing to do with the color of their skin. Okay, well, if there was the best candidate, then why, right? So they will utilize the circumstances around them to get away with what they actually think about a culture, about a person, or what have you, right? That's my thinking on this, right? And like I said, I know that I am coming in on the tail end of this, but believe me, what has developed here recently, you guys need to see it. And I know that we live in a society where it's be first, right? But to me, it's more important, right, to make sure that you are correct than being first. Because we saw what happened when you tried to be first. Tasha K, Malagograms, AL, and men who move like AL, right? So let's continue on here. Let me get back to the article here. Okay. So right here, Anthony's legal team argued he acted in self-defense after he was physically attacked by a larger member of the opposing track team during the meet. Prosecutors argued Anthony intentionally escalated an otherwise mild situation by stabbing McCaff in the chest with a folding knife. McCaff died shortly after. Despite the prosecution claiming in opening statements that the case has nothing to do with race, McCaff's father disavowing those who focused on race as a contributing factor, it quickly became a flashpoint in online political discussions. Supporters of McCaff and Anthony clashed outside the Collins County Courthouse Tuesday with at least one woman holding a sign that said Austin say his name, repurposing a prominent Black Lives Matter movement slogan. Commenters debate if Anthony's actions could be reasonably considered self-defense. Others claim the case would have been different if the races were reversed, and people on both sides have expressed an unease over a teenager being handed a 35-year sentence. Anthony was tried as an adult under Texas law. The case generated a massive amount of false information online, including fake autopsy reports, a fake social media account impersonating the Frisco police chief, and an online legal defense fundraiser raised hundreds of thousands of dollars in what critics argued was a reward for someone accused of murder. Several prominent figures weighed in as the case played out. Right-wing provocateur Jake Lane stood outside the courthouse and shouted that Anthony should be lynched. You know, anybody who has that type of thinking, you know what that tells me? That tells me exactly who they are. Because Jake Lane will talk about a black kid being lynched, but did he give a damn about two people being deleted by ICE? Does he give a damn that there are women being raped in ICE detention centers? Does he care that there are children being snatched out of schools and synagogues? But hey, God forbid Jake Lane's mother, father, sister, brother, daughters, sons, nieces, nephews, grandma, grandpa, God forbid they get powed by somebody because they didn't like what Jake Lang said. Not wishing that on him or anybody in his life. Sometimes we gotta make it personal in order for us to understand the magnitude of what we're speaking about. Let's continue on. Sports columnist Jason Whitlock called the violence senseless and said Anthony should have pleaded sanity as the only real explanation for his behavior. I'm not going to take advice from somebody who is a pariah in the sports industry and who talked about Joy Taylor and her 2 peanut butter cans. Just saying. Moving on. My God. And Dallas-based civil rights activist Dominique Alexander said the verdict showed Black lives do not matter in Collin County. Crockett, who district represents parts of Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but not Frisco, told TMZ she thinks the outcome of the trial would have been different if the races were reversed. I don't know if Anthony would have been convicted if, because of a white boy, would have said that they were afraid of a black boy. Something tells me that the jury that didn't have him on it, they would have believed him and his fear, she said. What did I say the thumbnail said, right? For both of these situations, it was raining, right? And yard is pissing me off today. Jesus. Just trying to do a good Jesus. Just oh God. Yeah, I can still see my mic move kind of. What is going on with StreamYard today? Okay, we're going to do this show, y'all. We are going to do show. We're going to do this show. Crazy thing was just working for the last tour we were just on. Y'all, I'm still right here. Okay, I'm really going to reset my computer this time, y'all. I'm going to be right back. Don't worry. We're going to get through this show. I've dealt with worse before. We are going to get through this complete show. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Give me a moment. Stay right there. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Again, sincerely, good damn. Okay, like I said, y'all, we're going to get through this show. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to just have to pull up the article, read the article, and then I'm going to pull up the links after, okay? But do not worry. We are going to get through this damn show. I promise you, okay? I promise you. Been through worse, y'all. Been through worse. Okay, give me a moment. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now back to the article right here. We were right here. Commenters debate if Anthony's actions could reasonably be considered self-defense. Others claim the case would have been different if the races were reversed, rather than people on both sides expressed an unease over a teenager being handed a 35-year sentence. Anthony was tried as an adult under Texas law. The case generated a massive amount of false information online, including fake autopsy reports, a fake social media account impersonating Frisco police chief, and an online legal defense fundraiser raised hundreds of thousands of dollars in what critics argue was a reward for someone accused of murder. Of course, I read all this here. Several prominent figures weighed in as the case played out. Right-wing provocateur Jake Lane stood outside the courthouse and shouted that Anthony should be lynched. Sports columnist Jason Whitlock called the evidence senseless. Called the violence rather senseless, not the evidence, but the violence senseless, and said Anthony should have pleaded insanity as the only real explanation for his behavior. And Dallas civil rights activist Dominique Alexander said the verdict showed Black lives do not matter in Collin County. Then right here, Crockett, Jasmine Crockett, that is, whose district includes parts of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but not Frisco, told TMZ she thinks the outcome of the trial would have been different if the races were reversed. I don't even know if Anthony would have been convicted, because if a white boy would have said they were afraid of a black boy, something tells me that a jury that didn't have any black people on, they would have believed him at his fear, she said. The Collin County Young Democrats group support Anthony and wrote in a Facebook post that justice must be more than punishment. The Collin County NAACP posted on Facebook, fairness, representation, and confidence in our justice system in question. Why were there no black people on the jury? Anthony's grandma, Tony Hayes, was filmed shining racist bias out of her car window as she left the courthouse Tuesday. Wow, just freaking wow, disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example. Cardi B posted about the sentencing. Jeff McCaff, the victim's father, said he thinks Anthony should have been sentenced to life in prison. He said he had a bit of sorrow for Anthony, but vowed he would advocate against parole for the rest of his life, and will play and record a video to play at parole hearings after he dies. State Representative Jared Patterson, Democrat from Frisco, said he hopes this moment allows the McCaff family and our community to begin the difficult process of healing and moving forward together. Our local counselor, Bert Tanneker, said justice was served. The case immediately evoked memories of the high-profile trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, a white man who piled 3 people and killed 2 in Wisconsin while illegally armed with an AR-15 style rifle during a Black Lives Matter protest. Rittenhouse was also 17 at the time and claimed self-defense in a case with strong racial and political overtones that spurred large controversial online fundraising campaigns. He was charged with multiple counts, including homicide, but was acquitted after the jury found that he acted in self-defense. Supporters of Anthony have argued Rittenhouse was given the benefit of the doubt, while Anthony was not, for racial reasons, pointing out Rittenhouse was immediately supported by the conservative base, while Anthony was widely condemned before trial. White folks out here asking why Karmelo Anthony had a knife but had no problem with 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse having an AR-15 that he wasn't licensed to carry. Talbert Swan, a bishop and NAACP chapter president in Massachusetts, said critics say the 2 cases are fundamentally different and that the legal facts are not as similar as the political narrative suggests. Rittenhouse slammed the comparison by saying, "I defended myself after I was violently attacked by white Antifa thugs with criminal records, and it was clear I died if I didn't defend myself. We are not the same." Anthony and McCaff never met before Frisco school district track meet in April 2025. When it started raining, some of the athletes stayed on the field while others ran for cover under Team 10's reports detail. Anthony's school, Centennial High School, did not have a Team 10. Instead, he sought shelter under the Memorial High tent where McCaff was a student. Witnesses told police McCaff told Anthony to leave, to which Anthony responded, "Touch me, see what happens." And then McCaff grabbed Anthony to remove him from the tent. That's when the witness said Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed McCaff once and then ran away. Anthony immediately told police that he was the one to stab McCaff. He was protecting himself and asked McCaff was going to be okay, according to police reports. The case deepened existing racial ties in Frisco, one of the fastest growing cities in the country that has for years struggled with changing demographics and anti-immigration sentiment. The city, which has grown 61% in the last decade, is now majority minority, with census data showing the population as 46% white, 34% Asian, 10% Latino, and 10% Black. A candidate for Frisco mayor has called immigrants rats, and an Islamic terrorist group, the Washington Post reported. And locals have complained of an Indian takeover in the area. At one council meeting, a man waved the Indian flag and spoke with a fake accent and said, "I started to throw my trash outside and pooping everywhere to make Frisco feel more like home." Video of the meeting went viral. Anti-immigrant rhetoric has pushed several far-right politicians into seats of power. Now that MAGA extremism is becoming the norm and people are more comfortable being racist in person and online. Nea Strohan, a 22-year-old Hindu tech worker who was raised in Frisco, told the Post. So that is everything you need to know. Now, I'm going to just say this right here. Then McCaff grabbed Anthony to remove him from the tent. When you grab somebody, you grab me, I got the right to respond back. That's exactly what happened here, okay? Let's get that straight. And like I said before, with schools being underfunded, he wasn't bothering anybody. Okay, he's from a rival school, so what? You did hear that some of the kids were trying to get out the rain. Some of them were staying on the field. Others was trying to get, cover, right? So this was all over a tent. People have fought for a lot worse and for a lot less, right? So I want to just say that first of all. Now that I got you caught up on the article, and y'all have to go back and time stamp it because this is just my God today. So give me one moment. Now I had an article from CBS News, but apparently it's no longer there. And I'm not even joking. Not even joking. I'll show y'all that here in a little bit. And of course, I'm going to show you some opinions as well that the people have spoken. Okay. And they are not happy. And there are a lot of black celebrities that are bringing resources to bear. And like I said, remember how the father said this had nothing to do with race. I want you to keep that in mind. So this right here was the page. Page cannot be found. The page may have been removed, had name change, or is just temporary unavailable. So there is that. And then right here, of course, Karmelo Anthony sentenced to 35 years for murder in Texas track meet stabbing. A teen was found guilty of murder over the failed stabbing of another teen at a high school track meet last year. It was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Karmelo Anthony, 19, was indicted on first-degree murder in the failed stabbing of 17-year-old Austin McCaff at a track meet in Frisco, Texas, in April of 2025. Prosecutors called the stabbing senseless and plain and simple murder, while the defense argued that Anthony acted in self-defense. Following the announcement of the jury sentencing, McCaff's parents and twin brother delivered emotional victim impact statements addressing Anthony directly. We will never know what our future could have been, Megan McCaff, Austin McCaff's mother said, according to WFAA. For journalists, activists, this is a story for our family. This is our reality. Jeff McCaff, Austin McCaff's father, said his son's death destroyed the person he used to be. It destroyed the person he used to be. So this is a better version of you. Don't you keep that in mind? Keep that in mind. People think grief is sadness. It is not. It is rage, pure, unfiltered rage, he said as he slammed his fist on the table, according to WFAA. The jury began deliberating midday Tuesday before reaching the guilty murder verdict in 3 hours, according to a court spokesperson. Jurors could have also considered manslaughter, which carries a sentence up to 20 years. The same jury reached a decision on the sentence after several more hours of deliberation on Tuesday. After being remanded to the custody of the sheriff's office, Anthony could be seen crying when he returned to the court for the punishment phase, according to ABC Dallas affiliate WFA, which was in the courtroom for the trial. Anthony's mother was the only person to take the stand during the punishment phase, asking the jurors to show him mercy as he's sorry for what he did. WFAA report, the judge said Anthony waived his right to testify during the punishment phase, according to the station. The murder charge carried a sentence of 5 years to life in prison. The state agreed to allow jurors to consider his son passion, which if proven would have limited the sentence from 2 to 20 years. But here's the thing, right? When you're talking about sudden passion, that would be like, what is that woman's name? She just passed away. Betty Broderick, right? So for those of you who don't know about Betty and Dan Broderick, okay, Betty Broderick went into Dan Broderick's house and Linda Kukina's house and deleted them. That was sudden passion, right? This was not sudden passion. This is defense. Passion means that there's love, there's a tie there, this, that, and the third. And they said that these two did not know each other before the track meet. So that's bullshit. Okay, listen. Somebody's having a really rough night. Which, if proven, would have limited the sentence from 2 to 20 years, according to WFAA. The defense argued that Anthony was overwhelmed by a strong emotion and acted before having time to calm down. The deadly stabbing occurred at a Frisco Independent School District Stadium on April 2nd, 2025, during a track and field competition involving multiple schools in the district. Police said McCaff, an 11th grader at Frisco Memorial High School, was stabbed during an altercation under the school's tent in the stadium bleachers. The witnesses said the two got into an argument over Anthony and then 17-year-old student at Frisco Centennial High School being under McCaff's school tent during the rainy track meet. Jurors heard testimony over 4 days at the Collin County Courthouse in McKinley, Texas. Anthony did not take the stand in his own defense. Judge John Roach, I mean, your mama named you a roach because you just are just a dusty, dirty waste of life that should have been swallowed by your mother, but then your mother would have been swallowing a roach down her throat. So it's like, damn, we got to deal with your existence. But moving on. Impose a gag order on the case restricting what those involved can say and bar electronics from the courtroom during the trial due to the attention the case has garnered. And by the way, y'all, Judge John Roach is not going to do anything to me or anybody else. This is publicly available to talk about. It's freedom of speech. If he don't like somebody saying that he's an ugly cockroach, he should talk to his mama about why he named a roach. Okay? All right. Moving on. Collin County First Assistant District Attorney Bill Whisker told jurors that the stabbing was not defense but unjustified murder, according to WFAA. In his closing argument on Tuesday, Whisker claimed that Anthony provoked McCaff, questioned why the defendant didn't walk away, and called the stabbing disproportionate. You don't meet a shove with a stab, especially if you provoke a shove. I don't think that was supposed to be provoked. When Karmelo Anthony said, touch me and see what happens, that wasn't provoking. Now, if he said, touch me and see what happens, that's provoking. But hey, bro, touch me and see what happens. That's letting him know, hey, listen, you stay over there, I stay over here. That's it. Like I said in my description box, this is like somebody who is at a grocery store, right? And it's raining. They're walking around trying to wait for the rain to subside. And the manager is telling them to get out, but they've done nothing wrong. It's on that level, okay? Let's continue on. Defense attorney Mike Howard told jurors that Anthony had gone to Memorial Tent to get out the rain. When McCaff confronted him and told him to leave, WFAA Howard said Anthony acted in fear and chaos after McCaff pushed him and stabbed the other teen in self-defense, according to WFAA. During his closing argument on Tuesday, Howard said McCaff had no legal right to use force on Anthony. WFAA reported in response to contentions that Anthony could have just let the defense attorney said, I am sure he wishes he did. According to WFAA, multiple students who were at the track meet that day testified that they saw McCaff push Anthony, who was seated on the bleacher, with some describing it as a two-handed push like a lineman move, while others said it was a one-handed small shove. So basically, a ding, 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 right here, a ring-a-ding-ding, a ring-a-ding-ding, a ring-a-motherfucking ding. So he's minding his own business on this bleacher, and that guy pushes Karmelo. Dude, the dude is guilty. Like I said, unless the adults who are over the kids of the track meet, as long as they don't got a problem with, those kids don't have no say-so. So to Austin's mom and dad, fuck both of y'all. And I want you to keep in mind that the dad said this had nothing to do with race. I want you to keep that in mind. Like I said, the title of this stream is so because a kid just wanted to not get rained on, he has to be sentenced to 35 years. I want you to keep that title in mind. I want you to keep the fact that the dad said this had nothing to do with race. I want you to keep that in mind. One witness testified that Anthony was asked to leave the tent about 15 times. Why did y'all ask him 15 times to leave? If he was minding his business, why? According to WFAA, someone called Anthony saying, touch me and see what happens during the altercation, which witnesses said lasted about 4 or 6 minutes. According to WFAA, another witness quoted McCaff as telling Anthony, I'm not going to fight you, the station report. I'm not going to fight you, but yet you shoved him. Okay? This is Austin McCaff, child. I mean, aren't calves small cows? I mean, and I guess his mom and dad are small-minded, so there it is. So anyway, moving on. Cows get slaughtered all the time. All right, moving on. Now, listen, his last name is Calf. Don't get mad at me. That's what his parents named him. Don't get mad at me. Don't you do that. No. We're not doing this shit. No. Nope, don't you look at me like that. Nah. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I know exactly what you were going to do. I've seen that trick before. I've seen that trick before. Yep, I've seen that trick before. I have seen that trick before. No, not going to have it. Not now on my stream. I don't know who the hell you think you are, but no. 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 Just not doing it. No. Moving on. Surveillance footage from the track meet played out in court did not show the stabbing, and some of the witnesses were asked to demonstrate the incident, according to WFAA. After the stabbing, witnesses said Anthony jogged away from the tent. A coach who spoke to him on the track testified that he said, "He put his hands on me. I stabbed him." According to WFAA, a pocket knife used to stab was found on the bleachers. We said Collin County, a medical examiner, Dr. Elizabeth Ventura, testified that McCaff was stabbed on the left side of his chest and the knife penetrated his right ventricle, according to WFAA. Several people spoke during the trial of the efforts to save McCaff, a football coach who was helping at the track. We testified that he put pressure on the stab wound, and Memorial's athletic trainer said she did CPR until paramedics arrived, according to WFAA. Everybody was praying. Memorial High School head track coach Robert Starr in emotional testimony, according to WFAA, "I just knew Austin was gone." McCaff was transported to an area hospital where he was ultimately pronounced dead. A year ago, when the senseless murder unfolded, I said it had struck a deep nerve in Collin County, far beyond. Collin County District Attorney Greg Wilson, in his remarks following the sentencing, while joined by the McCaff family, I asked our community to ignore all the noise and instead be level-headed and patient as the process worked. And today, the process delivered accountability. Among those he thanked were the brave kids who testified despite the trauma witnessing a senseless murder at a school track meet. He also thanked the Collin County Sheriff's Office for providing security at the courthouse, which drew large crowds from the trial. People holding up signs for justice for McCaff and support of Anthony. Frisco ISD reacted to the verdict, saying in a statement, "We support this judicial process and we continue to support our students' passion and care. We know this trial has brought strong emotions and deep grief, and we ask that our community continue to support each other with respect, sensitivity, and understand the statement continue." So I want to show you some perspectives now from people. Okay, so here we go.
Brother was jumped and stabbed to death 20 years ago. So naturally, people ask how I feel about Karmelo Anthony. 35 years, and my answer might make some people uncomfortable. I don't see a monster. I see a kid who was scared. My brother was jumped, he was stabbed to death, and he was the one being attacked, and he didn't have a thing in his hands to stop it. Now, I have spent the last 20 years asking a question that I can't put down. What if my brother had a knife that night? Would he be alive? Would he have been the one who walked away because he protected himself? And if he had, would they have called him a murderer? Would they have given him 35 years? And that's what I see in Karmelo, a kid who was being jumped, a kid who was being antagonized, a scared kid who reached for the only thing that meant he might make it home. He lived, and living got him 35 years. And that's a sentence I don't believe that his white peers would get in that same state. See, the boy who killed my brother is a grown man now. He was 17 when he did it, and he didn't get arrested for 17 years. For 17 years, he knew what he did, and he never came forward. And yet, he was charged as a youth.
Oh.
And we're still waiting on sentencing. In fact, it's going to happen this Monday. And we're not sure if he will be sentenced as an adult or as a youth. Meanwhile, Karmelo in the state of Texas was 17 years old, clearly was trying to defend himself. I have a real problem with the idea that he was charged with murder because he had a knife on him. I know what it's like to lose somebody to violence, and I also know what it is to watch the system decide whose fear counts. But what I don't know firsthand is how that feels as a Black person in America. You're guilty before you even get a chance to defend yourself. What was he supposed to do? What if they had a knife and they tried to kill him? He was
Come on.
obviously terrified. He can't walk away because Cyrus tried that. Didn't work for him very well, did it? They can't defend themselves because 35 years for a child who was trying to protect himself? We need to have broader conversations. Karmelo was a terrified kid, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Should Karmelo have had a knife on him at a track meet? No. But the question I really want to ask is, why did he feel the need to in the first place?
Black males receive 13.4% longer sentences than white males based on a study from the U.S. Sentencing Commission from 2017 to 2021. Even accounting for criminal history, black male defendants received sentences that were 20.4% longer than similarly situated white male defendants. The black community teaches their children to do what they can do to make it home safe. When do we in the white community start teaching white kids that antagonizing, escalating, and standing by can end a life?
My brother.
I think that's the best comment of the day. Now, here's another brother right here. Check this out. Roll it.
It looks like somebody here can use a lesson in privilege. And coming from one white dude to another, I'm happy to educate you on exactly what privilege looks like. And to do that, I'm going to use you as an example. Tommy, privilege comes in a lot of shapes and sizes, especially whatever fucking shape and size this is. But it looks exactly like you, somebody who's a habitual offender who's been arrested so many fucking times. And
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Damn, I mean, he's the white Martell Holt at this point. Let's keep going.
You are still here as a member of society being allowed to, I don't know, do whatever you're doing now. You see, if I showed your rap sheet to anybody, which is extensive, by the way, you've got criminal offenses and convictions ranging from possession and trafficking of controlled substances to fraud to flagrant failure to pay child support, which I'm pretty sure is a requirement to actually be considered a MAGA man these days. But yeah, you've got an extensive rap sheet. And if I showed that to anybody and I didn't put your picture up or anything like that, what do you think they'd say about you? I want you to think about what they'd say about you, because that's what you guys say about black men in this country. You look at their picture and then you pass judgment immediately. Privilege also looks like demanding the benefit of the doubt when you guys do not give it to other people, when you don't give it to black men who judge them immediately, yet you guys want the benefit of the doubt when people find your rap sheet. You want to say things like, oh, that was in the past, I was childish, I was immature, I've grown up. Or
hang on, y'all. Sorry. I'm sorry that y'all did not get to see it. I'm going to do the video again. This happens with StreamYard. Don't worry. I'm going to do both videos again because I think all these videos I'm about to show, they need to be seen. So give me one moment. I am so sorry, y'all. Here we go again. Roll.
My brother was jumped and stabbed to death 20 years ago. So naturally, people ask how I feel about Karmelo Anthony. 35 years, and my answer might make some people uncomfortable. I don't see a monster. I see a kid who was scared. My brother was jumped, he was stabbed to death, and he was the one being attacked, and he didn't have a thing in his hands to stop it. Now, I have spent the last 20 years asking a question that I can't put down. What if my brother had a knife that night? Would he be alive? Would he have been the one who walked away because he protected himself? And if he had, would they have called him a murderer? Would they have given him 35 years? And that's what I see in Karmelo, a kid who was being jumped, a kid who was being antagonized, a scared kid who reached for the only thing that meant he might make it home. He lived, and living got him 35 years. And that's a sentence I don't believe that his white peers would get in that same state. See, the boy who killed my brother is a grown man now. He was 17 when he did it, and he didn't get arrested for 17 years. For 17 years, he knew what he did, and he never came forward. And yet, he was charged as a youth. And we're still waiting on sentencing. In fact, it's going to happen this Monday. And we're not sure if he will be sentenced as an adult or as a youth. Meanwhile, Karmelo in the state of Texas was 17 years old, clearly was trying to defend himself. I have a real problem with the idea that he was charged with murder because he had a knife on him. I know what it's like to lose somebody to violence, and I also know what it is to watch the system decide whose fear counts. But what I don't know firsthand is how that feels as a Black person in America. You're guilty before you even get a chance to defend yourself. What was he supposed to do? What if they had a knife and they tried to kill him? He was obviously terrified. He can't walk away because Cyrus tried that. Didn't work for him very well, did it? They can't defend themselves because 35 years for a child who was trying to protect himself? We need to have broader conversations. Karmelo was a terrified kid, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Should Karmelo have had a knife on him at a track meet? No. But the question I really want to ask is, why did he feel the need to in the first place?
Black males received 13.4% longer sentences than white males based on a study from the U.S. Sentencing Commission from 2017 to 2021. Even accounting for criminal history, Black male defendants received sentences that were 20.4% longer than similarly situated white male defendants. The Black community teaches their children to do what they can to make it home safe. When do we in the white community start teaching white kids that antagonizing, escalating, and standing by can end a life? Now, that was Cat from Canada. Now, this brother right here that you guys heard, but you guys didn't see, that is KCAC256_TT. I want you to watch this. Roll it.
Hey, Tommy, it looks like somebody here can use a lesson in privilege. And coming from one white dude to another, I'm happy to educate you on exactly what privilege looks like. And to do that, I'm going to use you as an example. Tommy, privilege comes in a lot of shapes and sizes, especially whatever fucking shape and size this is. But it looks exactly like you, somebody who's a habitual offender who's been arrested
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times.
So many fucking times, and yet you are still here as a member of society being allowed to, I don't know, do whatever you're doing now. You see, if I showed your rap sheet to anybody, which is extensive, by the way, you've got criminal offenses and convictions ranging from possession and trafficking of controlled substances to fraud to flagrant failure to pay child support, which I'm pretty sure is a requirement to actually be considered a MAGA man these days. But yeah, you've got an extensive rap sheet. And if I showed that to anybody and I didn't put your picture up or anything like that, what do you think they'd say about you? I want you to think about what they'd say about you, because that's what you guys say about Black men in this country. You look at their picture and then you pass judgment immediately. Privilege also looks like demanding the benefit of the doubt when you guys do not give it to other people, when you don't give it to Black men who judge them immediately, yet you guys want the benefit of the doubt when people find your rap sheet. You want to say things like, oh, that was in the past, I was childish, I was immature, I've grown up, or I found Jesus or some bullshit. You guys want to whitewash it away, basically nullify your record, expunge your record, your history, your criminal history, despite it being there forever. And you guys want the benefit of the doubt despite never giving it to other people. You know what else is a good example of privilege, especially white privilege? It's you being able to resist a lawful order and make terroristic threats and still be here to talk about it. Statistically speaking, Black men in this country don't have that luxury. They don't get to mouth off to police or resist a lawful order or make terroristic threats like you did and live to tell about it. Also, I mentioned the wrist slap sentences and fines that you got for all of your delinquency, but I should also mention that that's another privilege that you get to enjoy that most Black men don't. They're handed down harsher sentences for the same crimes compared to their white counterparts at a disproportionate rate. If you're going to stand there and pass judgment on an entire group of people and propagate this racist dog whistle bullshit all over your social media account, I'm going to read you for the filth that you fucking are. Mediocre white dude who's a hooker, and you're a drain on fucking society. You're a non-person. You'd be relegated to the fringes and cut off completely. It doesn't feel good when somebody makes assumptions about you, generalized assumptions about you based on your rap sheet, and doesn't know anything about you other than what your rap sheet says, and dehumanizes you in the process. Doesn't feel good, does it? You're not used to feeling like that, are you? That's privilege. To me.
Well done to that good sir. Well done to that good sir. Hang on, y'all. Oh my God, give me a moment. right back. Give me a moment. Hello. We're back. Well done to that, bro. I am so sorry, y'all. Y'all saw a flash and then no camera, right? So sorry about that. But very well done. But did y'all hear what he said about that guy? The dad made terroristic threats and mouthed off to police, and yet he was allowed to talk about it. Let's watch this one. Okay, let's watch this one. I swear to God, today with StreamYard, bro. Okay, let's refresh and let's do this again. We're gonna get through this show.
Gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit.
What?
Bullying people out of their damn seats. What do you mean? Well,
You said
jury will be sequestered.
Yeah.
As long as it takes. You know, they're not gonna be sequestered right now. They're working on the jury charge. Come back in the morning for opening or for closing statements, and then the jury will deliberate. When they're done deliberating, the judge said they can call it whatever time they want to, but they're going straight to a hotel.
I know you gonna be
No, I ain't gonna be back up here because I'm not gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit.
What?
Bullying
What did he
people out of
do?
their damn seats. What do you mean?
The apple never falls too far from the tree. Just Jeff Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, has been accused throughout this trial of not only witness tampering, but now blowing a trial observer out of their court seat, just like his son attempted to do to Karmelo Anthony. Let's keep going here, okay? Secret Service Sam has this here. Here we go.
Service Sam here with a Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf update. Here is an email I have obtained. I believe it to be real. Just listen to this. One of the cheerleaders complaining about the twins. Coaches, the other cheerleaders and I have tried to make an effort to stay supportive and spirited throughout the football season. However, the disrespect we feel coming from some of the football players is making it very difficult. Today, after our game against Liberty, some of us cheerleaders in uniform went to Canes. While talking amongst ourselves about the loss, Hunter Metcalf stood up and yelled that my friend and fellow varsity cheerleader is a fat bitch. I don't understand what triggers his rages, but to yell this unprovoked made us all really upset and was incredibly embarrassing for my friend, as everyone is in Canes looked at her and started laughing. We see the Metcalfs act out time and time again, trust that there is no repercussions or some sort of consequence, so we stay out of it. But for it now to be directed towards one of the people that shows up to every game to support and cheer them on is astounding to me. After they left Canes, one of the other football players told us that Hunter said his hands were bisexual, implying that he would not only hit guys, but also girls. She is not embarrassed, but genuinely scared, especially after seeing the way he can act on the field. I'm only coming to you because I feel that you should be aware that he is acting like this in public spaces, which is not good for our school's representation and is discouraging us from keeping the cheerleading them on. I'm sorry for even having to come to you about this, but after tonight, it truly feels like it's getting out of hand. I recognize that he may be upset that we lost, but there is no justification for the way he treated my friend tonight. I would also appreciate for my name to stay confidential, as I fear what they would do if they knew. Why did Mike Howard not enter this in Karmelo Anthony's defense? There's so much that has been left out of this trial that we will keep it awake. And I will always expose their secrets for the community. Secret Service Sam Out Sampson for president of the world.
So it sounds like Austin McCaff was a Charlie Kirk. Sounds like Austin McCaff was a Charlie Kirk. Sounds like Austin McCaff was a Charlie Kirk. Now, for everybody who said, "Pray you," to all the white people that are going to say, "You black nigga, you're going too far," I don't give a fuck, because everybody who support Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk and all the MAGA mother uckers, the administration, and everybody in between, when black people, when men and children and people with disabilities, this, that, and third, when people were getting ran over by cars, when people got to live by ICE, when funding got shut down to 9 blue states for daycare because those blue states didn't vote for the president, y'all didn't say shit. But then people want to make fun of Charlie Kirk being piled up, and y'all got a problem with it? Well, a black kid defended himself? Oh, that's too far. No, Austin McCaff sounded like a Charlie Kirk. And other people tried to tell about it. What you want me to do? In the words of a great bishop, he said, I hate that Charlie Kirk went out the way that he did, but that does not mean that his history is erased for how he behaved. What we doing here? But God forbid if it was one of y'all kids. Y'all want to stand up and fight for your kid, right? Right? Okay. All right. Let's roll on. Let's roll on. That's not all I got. Here's another video coming up for you right here. Karmelo speaks. And y'all listen, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, everybody got the right to free will. But what we cannot do is allow the truth to be in silence. Because whatever we don't confront, we allow. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., our lives begin to end when we become silent on the things that matter. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. Give me a moment, y'all. StreamYard wants to act a damn fool. We're going to get through this show. Like I said, we're going to get through it. Give me a moment. I got to remove this. Stop sharing screen. Share screen again. All right. Check this out. Here we go.
Happy Thursday morning. How's everybody doing? So,
Friday evening, but I'm doing
Jeff
pretty good.
Metcalf, boy, I tell you what, he got a lot of nerve. I'm not going to sit there and say what I now know to be a fact, but I'm just going to say this. I got you, Hoss. I got you. And it's already in the works for you, the judge, and the prosecutors. See, when somebody has alcohol problems, they like to run their mouth too much. So they didn't know how to truthfully answer the best way of a direct question earlier, did they? Mr. Metcalf, you a racist also. I heard everything you said. What kind of military veteran you call yourself? Let me tell you something, Mr. Metcalf. Back in the day when I was in the Army, and I knew you was who you are right now, and who you've always been, I'd have whooped your ass. You got a lot of nerve to be talking about African American people like you just did a while ago. Hey, Sarah Field.
Oh, wait a minute, what? But I thought Jeff Metcalf said this wasn't about race. So why did this brother say what he said? Stay tuned. In the words of John Murray, just hold on a little while longer. Let's continue.
You got a lot of nerve to be sitting with that man, or however y'all did your interview. But It's all right. I've already made one important phone call to a very damn good friend of mine in Texas. Now I want to ask a question. How the fuck did this incident take place in Denton, Texas, but the trial was moved to Collin County, but that there was never a change of venue filed in the case? Oh, I know why.
Well, if you move the case to a county that got your skin color and your mindset, and there's a energy of groupthink, like some supposed celebrity that wants to strike other content creators for having their own mindset, even though they posted their own information to the internet. That's neither here nor there, but a very important detail nonetheless. That would mean that that jury would be in your favor, wouldn't it? Let's continue. Oh, yeah. Oh, remember when I talked about Nick Cannon, motherfuckers? And I got called everything but a child of God. Oh, no. Now it's too far gone. Now people are starting to be awake and shit. See, you should have listened when you had the chance. Now, I'm just going to say this. The truest nature of a person is not when they have people looking out for them. Is when they have nobody looking out for them and they have to be accountable for what they've done. Let's continue.
It's called that fucking redneck fucking judicial style shit down there. Because see, I'm just going to tell y'all, the photo floating around with Metcalf and you know who, that shit ain't fake. That shit ain't AI. I can't tell you how I know for a fact right now. But I'm going to tell y'all, this shit's for real. This shit is some serious shit. They never filed for a change of venue. No. That case was to be held in Denton County, Texas, not Collin County. I'm going to tell you what's up. When the dad of the person that lost their life is friends with somebody that's very good friends with the judge, Roach, and good friends with the prosecutors, where the fuck you think they moved the case to for? Why you think they put the case in the other county? Y'all some sorry ass motherfuckers, man. Let me tell you something. I may not have went to law school, but I'm damn sure smart enough to nail your asses to a blackboard. And like I said, I've already made one phone call and I'm getting ready to make another first thing in the morning. It doesn't matter whether or not he may have committed manslaughter. What matters is this kid never fucking got a proper procedural due process trial. And he's got a judge. He's got prosecutors faced with him. Why they friends with a dad's friend of the deceased. What the fuck? In case y'all didn't know, Metcalf does not have to be friends with the judge and friends with the prosecutor. Just him being friends with someone that's friends with them.
A person who knows a person who knows.
I wonder if there's any photos of them all having beer together and playing fucking golf too. But I'm gonna tell you this. Cell phone data. Who was at whose places? Who was it synced, y'all, with their cell phones right around each other? That means y'all railroaded this kid, and you even moved it from one county to another. I never knew that it was Denton County. I just knew that they called it Frisco. I never looked at the county. But I always knew that it was Frisco, Texas, where the incident took place. That's Denton County. That's not Collin County. The incident took place in Denton, not Collin County. That's crazy. But again, y'all, they were supposed to have Texas State Police immediately investigate. When have we ever seen something go down at a school where you only have local police involved? This shit's fucked up. You know, if I didn't know any better, it made me wonder if all this wasn't done on purpose to try to make a huge divide coming up to these elections. But I'm gonna tell you this. I seen everything Metcalf said. And I'm just going to say this too. He got fucking recorded for everything he said. He was recorded for it all. Mello was moved to a different prison because they thought another prison was not safe enough for him. Look it up. He was moved to a different prison tonight. Y'all, please pray for this kid. And so many of you fail to understand. It's not that we don't have passion for the loss of life, but we have a right to feel that this kid deserves proper, true, adequate justice.
Amen.
And I have a reason to believe that the defense attorney trashed the case on purpose. And even I could pick different pieces and show you that he definitely didn't give him a proper defense like he was required to do to the best of his legal ability. Under ethic law, under ethics standards, he was required to represent that kid the best that he could once he signed a retainer and announced his representation to the case. There you go, Dean. See, Dean? Y'all pass it out there to Dean for me. Get it to him. Let him see this video. I'm not as damn legally dumb as you thought I am. Or that you try to tell people. I could have provided a way better defense for Mello than this son bitch that represented him. But somebody's got some serious explaining to do why they moved this case from where the incident took place. Somebody's got some serious explaining to do how the judge and the prosecutors are friends with a friend of the fucking dad of the deceased. This is some trashy, shady shit. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. Not here in America, these United States, it ain't right. The judicial system was formed to protect your rights, not violate the motherfuckers. I don't care what color you are. You're equal to the same protective due process as every individual. Even if you're fucking guilty, you still are entitled to your full procedural due process. And as I sat back and watched this case where I kept my mouth shut from way back when the incident happened, and I was with Mello back then. Yeah, I was. I got kicked out of Alive. I got a real good friend of mine who lives across the Bay Bridge that was mad at me, but she knows my character. She stayed friends with me. And I respect her and her family as well. So I was with Mello back then. So anybody want to try to say, oh, he's race-based, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't need followers on this motherfucker. I can tote my shit.
I like this guy.
My followers went flying up when I started doing my karaoke live.
I feel it.
So you can go on somewhere with that bullshit, Dean. But the bottom line is this. I don't see color.
Oh, I love this guy.
I see true justice for all. I know how to take the feelings out. I know how to take everything and put it aside and look at a case. And when I see that I feel a kid like this is being railroaded as bad as they did him, I mean, these motherfuckers even turned around and locked him up the same night with sentencing. They didn't let him get a one night, good night's sleep and a meal the next day before they come back to court. No, hell no. The judge calls everybody back to court last night or the night before because we're in the Thursday now. Y'all, this some straight up bullshit, man. Straight up bullshit. And then you wonder why the African Americans out there are so fucking pissed and angry. Hey, you know what, African Americans? I'm not so sure about my Trump support anymore. I'm really not. So I'll tell you what. Go vote for that Tallarico and get rid of them fucking sorry-ass Republicans down there. Because Greg Abbott and them knew that this judge was required to recuse himself. Oh, see, a governor has way more power than one may think. Greg Abbott was required to make him step down because guess what I found? It was announced way back then about a potential conflict of interest. And the judge refused to recuse himself. But nobody knew about the prosecutors being friends with the dad's friend. Maybe that's why we had so many witnesses go up on the stand line. Man, I'm going to have y'all's law degrees fucking stripped from you motherfuckers. I'm gone.
Very well said, good sir. You know, my mom, you know, she's a praying woman, and she says to me many times, Bray, you can be better than that. You don't have to go there. I wish sometimes in life. Hang on, y'all. Actually, I need one more. Oh, I think that's better. Can y'all see me now? There we go. I wish sometimes we can just go there and be cool and be hallelujah, please, Jesus. This isn't right. But to use my mama and daddy's words, when I speak to you calmly, you ain't listening. But when I put some 20 on 10 on it, then you got something to say. See, the problem in our community is we got some one-trick ponies. There are some that all they can talk about is Carissa Shields, Krishan Rock, and Remy Ma, and they get notices that they don't know how to produce original content. They get that type of notice. The rest of us are actually about some shit. And if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. But if you do respond to me, it must be true about your bitch ass or your bitch ass to some damn degree. Now, I checked a supposed content creator who uploaded a false prophet trying to shade Milicha. So basically that motherfucker don't like Milicha. So he thought it would, oh, you know what? I don't like Milicha. So I'm going to use this content to shade her when 36,000 is bigger than 17,100 subscribers. I checked him. I checked many others. When we did the Numbers Don't Lie live about that heifer that got herself banned off of YouTube because she couldn't create no original content because she did too damn much. See, the reason why some of y'all, your vagina lips and your dick can't shoot to piss is because the truth is too heavy for you to give a fuck about. But God forbid, let me one of your grandkids get powered by ice. Let me one of your kids get powered by ice. Or your kids in this situation, or your grandkids be in this situation. It don't matter until it hits your doorstep. But once again, all we got is people who know how to cover Krishan Rock, Carissa Shields, and Remy Ma. And they get notices they don't know how to produce original content. That's the energy we got on YouTube and on social media. But yet we got shit like this. Oh, well, we don't want to deal with real stuff every day. It's already depressing enough. Oh, well, I just hope that you don't go through anything. And if you do go through something, you keep that same fucking energy and you don't reach out to no content creator to get somebody on your side to tell your fucking ass story. You know, there's some old ladies and men who are doing too much and can't play. How can I put this? There are old women and men who are playing too many games but ain't winning at shit in real life or virtually. Moving on. Okay, all right. Now, this next clip, these are some sisters talking about this. This channel is talking about media, culture, entertainment, commerce, theme parks, and anything and everything that's happening for the culture, of the culture, by the culture. Welcome and glad to have you here. Check out this next clip.
Telling me a grainy video is shown to jurors, but it was shown in 4K clear to the people that witnessed it. No witness on that stand had that little man's back. None, 0 out of 21 people being questioned. Come on, man, I'm done with all of that. I feel the same way about white people, the same way they feel about my people. Yeah, try one of us. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even just following the case, I know I just, we've all been kind of keeping up with it. And just to see even that the judge, the defense attorney, and Austin Metcalf's father was in, a picture at a party they having a time. There is an alleged post from Austin, from, of course, before he passed, that, he had 2 assault rifles on his, resting on himself in the car, saying that I dare one of the monkeys to come to this track meet today. But this is someone where, Karmelo Anthony was a 3.7 GPA student working 2 jobs. But he's the one that we're supposed to believe is a thug, though.
Right. Of course. Because that's how they see us. They want everything is good because it's white. And then when it comes to black.
You heard that GPA, right? Him working 2 jobs. Once again, we are the only country in the world that asks for progress, but then shoot it down because of how it's happening. We want progress, but yet we attack how it unfolds. We want progress, but yet we attack how it unfolds. We want progress, but yet we attack how it unfolds. And do you really think coming on once a week on Saturday or once a week for a talk is actually impacting the community? Said fucking no one ever. If Martin Luther King Jr. had that fucking mindset, if he had the mindset to be in drivel and talk about Carissa Shields, Remy Ma, and Krishan Rock all the time and wasn't able to produce anything original to help us have civil rights, we wouldn't be here. Thank God some of y'all wasn't part of the civil rights movement. We would be in the field picking cotton still to this day because of y'all. I can't hear nothing. Then you got this dumb cunt, Amanda Seals, saying that Dr. Maya Angelou got an honorary doctorate degree. How the fuck? You got masters in African American studies and concentration in hip hop. We ain't seen you working nowhere, child. Nowhere. Y'all elevate the wrong fucking people and then complain about why shit ain't happening. What? Are you offended? Are you disgusted? Are you pissed the hell off? If you pissed off, go live right now and respond. Go live. Go live. I double dog, triple dog, quadruple dog, all the dogs to dare you to do it. But you can't, you won't, and you never will. Because you can't do what I do. You can't. I cover 7 to 8 destinations in one show. Y'all say, where's the content? You know how many trials we've had? Diddy, Stephon Diggs, Jonathan Majors. You know how many black entrepreneurs have been doing great things out here? You know how many moves have been happening for the creator economy? All types of stuff. But yet y'all think coming on once a week or being constant drivel actually moves the culture forward. You know, it's funny. The idiots that do the utmost to hurt us get through the door. But the ones trying to do the work can't even get to the fucking door. The idiots that do the most get through the door. But the ones who actually are doing work can't even get to the door. The idiots that are doing the most get through the door. But the ones who do the work, the actual work, can't get to the door. We got some content creators that say, I don't have the attention span to do a live stream. I don't go anywhere where I'm not invited. Well, bitch, Mitch, if you don't show yourself friendly, why would they allow you through the door? Lions outlive butterflies. What you want me to do? A 31-year-old has more sense than y'all grown elders. That's sad. That's pitiful. That's disgusting as hell behavior. Let's continue. Oh, I got time. Check this out. Sorry, y'all. Let me refresh it. Pause. Here we go.
You seen the video, John, 2 hours. Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It was it's clear enough where you see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or?
Yeah, it was still rain. You know, Right. I'm from Little. So that day we were under a tornado watch. Right. And we were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again, and it was over with. Okay. So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already, and so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them. They were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up. Right. On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front.
You seen the video, John? 2 hours. Was it clear enough?
You know what this vert is giving me? It's like going in some Instagram live saying, we're the real ones, we're the real ones, we're the real ones. Heifer, if you the real ones, you ain't got to say, you just execute it. Everybody who is big mad that a black man getting supported are the same ones that wouldn't do shit to help the black kid. I can't hear nobody. That would be like going to a TikTok live saying, we're the real ones, we're the real ones, we're the real ones. Child, if you guys say that Instagram live, you ain't real shit in your real life. What of it? What of it? What of it? The biggest people that are upset that this black kid is getting help are the same ones that will allow the black kid to die. The same ones that are upset about a black kid getting support are the same people that will allow the black kid to die. Let's continue.
In front of them went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're Karmelo.
And they showed that on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see them walk
I'm going
up.
to say little stuff.
I'll put it this way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things. Okay. So watch those 4. Here, there are 4 right there coming up. Right. That's exactly what they say. Okay. And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4. Okay. So they come up, they surround them, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump. And so
they actually did jump him.
Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
so it's more than there was a punch and a hit. You know, that would be like some supposed content creator posting somebody's husband and child, and then all their supporters can't say shit on YouTube after they get banned off of YouTube. I wonder, did that happen? I'm sure that Thirsty Toxicity and her supporters probably wishes Karmelo Anthony was dead. And you ain't gonna do shit. Bitch. Mitch it. Moving on. Oh, I got time today.
Some twins that got some licks on them. So it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle.
Okay.
And you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here. Okay. I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking, and kind of pushing in front of them went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you were Karmelo,
and they showed that on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see him pushing, whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you ain't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get into it here. But once they did that, they started hitting him. Karmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in. Okay. And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put him in the headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, but they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, whatever he was doing, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell, and that's when they realized he was gone. So they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him, and that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all three of them were chasing. But Karmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Karmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Karmelo was out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting with it. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, and not, he never did that because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him, and we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assaulted him because it was unwanted.
Absolutely.
By your own definition in your word of him saying that leave me alone and I'm not going, camera, and then he went and I'm not going, you assaulted him, period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the, not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited. I have the emails to prove it. But the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs and stuff on his eye. You can see the bridge of his nose is swollen. You can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from Fox and kind of airbrushed it. And you can see they put the locks of his hair that got taken out as well.
Shout out to Smash That Topic, making it do what it do. Well, I mean, DM, you probably voted for the PDF file that's in the White House, so we could just move on from you. Look at the police report. Hunter's first interview said Austin threw his bag in the rain. If you throw somebody's bag in the rain, you ain't gonna retaliate. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, as we continue on. Oh my God. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. You know, a lot of people got a lot of nerve to say what somebody should or should not cover. I want you to think about every content creator that you know, right? I'm talking to the old, broken, dilapidated, decrepit LAMH sector. And I want you to think who's been more on everything else in the country. Because the rest of y'all had to pivot so y'all could still have y'all show. And a real friend wouldn't still be covering parts of the show, would they? Moving on. Child. Give me a moment. Y'all need to see this one too. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Roll it.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up. Yeah.
Now, didn't I say that the people that are upset that this black kid is getting support are the same ones that will allow him to die? Didn't I say that shit? Let's roll on. Let's roll on. Let's roll on.
Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name. Was chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back. Guy that shot him was white. Belton was black. That jury said self-defense. Because he was white. The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black.
You know, not to mention too, we have some Uncle Ruckus. Not to mention we have some Uncle Ruckuses and some Auntie Rakishas. If you know about Boondocks, you know about Uncle Ruckus, and you know there's some black women that move as Auntie Rakishas. You might be one your damn self. You might want to get checked, but you may become a Miss Banshee Noses as a side effect, or you may become a Banshee A. That's Banshee and Kanye put together. Moving on. Child.
Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense. We are that fucking broken. If Karmelo...
Now, isn't it interesting that every person I pulled up except one was black? All those white people said that Karmelo Anthony was innocent. And remember that the second guy, remember the first guy that I showed, and how Tommy Belcher got convicted or got arrested 12 times? Remember, Dad said it had nothing to do with race, remember? Nothing to do with race. This came out 23 hours ago. Why don't y'all watch this? Okay? All right? You see it there. Let me play it for you.
Something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
You know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Thank you, Lala Boy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take myself down, and I'm going to just let this play. Okay? Because if I would call Justin Metcalf a cracker pitcher, which means cracker and a pitcher of iced tea, but instead of him be a pitcher of iced tea, he will be a pitcher of shit. That wouldn't be cool, right? So I'm gonna take myself down. I'm still right here, don't you worry. I'm gonna just let this play, so that way everybody can get it. Here we go.
So y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
Now, how does that strike me? Let's go back to this article, because there's something in here that I just want to bring up here. Just wanted to bring up real quick, if you don't mind. It says here, despite the prosecution claiming in opening statements the case has nothing to do with race, and McCaff's father disavowing those who focused on race as a contributing factor. Well, sir, what the fuck is this?
Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
The race had nothing to do with it,
right? Racist up so y'all can go viral. Right. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray.
The reason why some of you content creators, I'm gonna just put it like this. Some of y'all content creators are of a Zeus energy. You do great on the ground coverage, but you don't have enough dog in you to go there. And don't say, oh, well, I'm a king, or I'm a queen, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. Let me ask you something. If your son got stabbed in the chest with a fucking knife, Oh, you tired. Black fatigue makes you sleepy. Well, how about that? Go to sleep, motherfucker. Now, moving on. To all the on-the-ground people who call themselves kings and queens and this, that, and the third. If your son or daughter or granddaughter or grandson, niece, nephew, cousin, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, oh, I'm going there. Would you still be a king, queen, this, that, and the third, and being calm and cool and collected? And don't you say, well, I'll just try not to add fire to the valley. Knowing good to fucking damn well that if it was on the other foot and you were going through some shit, you would burn everything down to defend yours. Am I fucking lying? My God, today. Let's keep going.
Now, because the gag order is lifted. Tiffany Billions, Wackadoo, McAdoo, whatever her last name is. I'm not going to throw insults at you because I'm not going to lower myself to your level.
You're not going to throw insults, right? Because you're not going to that level.
Okay, how about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
But you just said that you weren't going to go down to that level in the next slide, right? Okay.
But you're despicable. Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid.
Yeah, you abandoned your kid, but yet your kid stood up in the middle of a canes and called another young lady a fat bitch after losing a game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's sad that a 31-year-old has more faculties than a grown woman or man that calls themselves a king, a queen, or this, or that, a third. My God. You know what? It makes me wonder sometimes. The fact that y'all are so calm all the time, do you have any dog in you for anything that could happen to you and yours? Because my God, I know we make fun of mud to the damn DEA, but at least thank God Tyler Perry made the damn character to show that there should be a mud to the damn DEA in every family. Good damn. Let's continue.
You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or Go Send Go money. You are grifters. You should be.
Is give, sing, go, you dumb fuck, if you're going to say it correctly. Moving on.
Be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS for sure check on those other 3 that you still have.
That you still have. That sounds like a threat to me. That sounds like a threat to me. That sounds like a threat to me. Moving on.
You never once admitted or took accountability. You know, because the gag order, you tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap.
Oh my God! Wait, did you say pray? Oh, dear Heavenly Father, I come before you right now in the mighty name of Jesus. I'm a racist, I'm a bigot, I'm a sexist, I'm a this, I'm a that, but I'm going to close the gap in the mighty name of Jesus. said no one ever. Let's continue on. I sincerely cannot. Let's continue.
Of this unbelievable racial divide. And what you do?
Oh, unbelievable racial divide, but you just said that they left their child there. So you are contradicting yourself, sir. A racial divide? Let's go back to the first slide, motherfucker.
Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
So you want to talk about racial divide? You don't think that contributes to a racial divide? You don't think saying that they abandoned their son, which is a perpetual lie about how black parents aren't there for the black kids, you don't think that's not contributing to a racial divide? Oh, Florian, I've been handling business all night long. Oh. Okay, well, you know, you since you have no fucks to give, I have no fucks to give either. Now, moving on. I clearly remember a point in time about 5 fucking months ago when someone said that Milagro Grams was a new media and that she was going to get the defamation case, or the defamation charge rather, reinstated. Got paid $75,000. Oh, that was this motherfucker. You got Beth being beautifully honest in the coochie of Tasha K. But God forbid somebody said Beth being beautifully honest and her child had herpes. Oh, she would be cool with it. God forbid somebody says her pride line, you know, fucked up their skin was a lie. Beth would be cool with it. Oh, I got time today. You know, it's really funny. There's a certain person right now that's going through a lot. But in the same token that person's going through a lot, Karmelo Anthony's parents didn't say, I'm going to strike content creators that disagree with me. They're handling it. Just because you're a public figure don't mean you can't get no response back. And I'm relating that to this because this motherfucker said that wasn't about race, but he said watermelon felon. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Hello. Let's continue.
Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Order. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further.
You know, 80% of communication is nonverbal. When he said, unnecessary divide. That's what he wanted to say. Oh, sorry, let me put the words right back. He meant to say necessary racial divide. That's what he meant to say. My bad. Boy. Brain was wrong with that. Let's continue.
You hire a convicted baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money.
But you got arrested 12 times, motherfucker. Moving on.
Who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference,
Sir, you said watermelon fell on the internet. I'm sure your behavior was of that level, if not higher. Let's continue on.
Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left. When asked, I didn't stab anyone. You tried to play victim.
Secret Service Sam here with some hardcore receipts on the Austin Metcalf Karmelo Anthony trial aftermath. Jeff Metcalf got on TikTok Live and showed you his completely racist side. For him to sit there and say this wasn't about race, and this video I'm about to show you gives you an idea into how these twins were raised and how we ended up here and how they were most likely talking to Karmelo. Look at what Jeff Metcalf had to say about slavery.
Even though they did wrong, you're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us, and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass. And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I've been so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960.
Secret Service Sam here with some hard...
Oh, maybe we could vote because there was a polling tax. Maybe there were some laws called Jim Crow. Maybe if one of us niggas got online, we were hung in trees as strange fruit. Let's continue.
See? Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah. It means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or a race or gender. Whose broad ass idea was that? I don't know about you, but when I grew up, there was no participation trophy. There wasn't a safe space created for me because my feelings were hurt. We had to take actual responsibility for our own actions. Wow.
You gotta take responsibility for your own actions.
Make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
But you
Secret Service
take responsibilities, right?
Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah. It means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or a race or gender. Whose broad ass idea was that? I don't know about you, but when I grew up, there was no participation trophy. There wasn't a safe space created for me because my feelings were hurt. We had to take actual responsibility for our own actions. Wow, what a concept. If you want society to change, if you want a better place for your kids, then get involved in your kids' life, in your community, in your church, but don't sit on your couch and bitch when it doesn't go your way.
And what's crazy is in part of this video, he tries to
see.
You know what else would help? Absolutely. You know what else would help? Oh, well, what can I do to help this live stream today? You know, I really think that you should really team up and do something. Oh, what position do I need to bend over? Do we need to go over to the BDSM position that you love so much to put me? What can I do to serve you? Instead of saying what you can do to serve on somebody else's platform, go to your own fucking platform. Because you sound like a parasite that needs to be eviscerated. I mean, every time. Oh, well, thank you so much for letting me on your live. You know, I think we should just bring unity together. Bitch, whatever the hell. Is June. Have you talked about anything other than putting your own fucking channel? words of Emily from The Devil Wears Prada 2, idiots never cease. And for the rest of y'all, y'all can keep moving at a glacial pace. You know how much that thrills me. Shout out to the Queen, Meryl Streep. What the fuck, man? I can't do this shit. And by the way, let me just say this too, because I remember there was one point in time where this man was the only man on panel, and this man was more coherent, had more range, and had more depth than somebody who could just be this limited one day of the week on panel. Just saying. Let's continue on.
It's to say black fathers are not involved in their life. It's like 78% of y'all aren't even involved, when that statistic has been debunked. Black fathers are more involved in their children's life than almost any other race. Next, he has a Mark Wayne Mullen moment, claiming to be Native American, and goes on another racist rant.
Native American. Yeah, go. So, with that being said, Native American. Well, we just saw what he said about black people. So what makes you think he cares about Native Americans? And by the way, another thing, I'm trying to figure out if I'm the problem. I don't know, because I keep giving everyone grace. If you give grace, you don't have to say you give grace. You just execute it. That's like saying, I'm trying not to go there, but if you push me, you're going to know that we were in a fight. I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition. If you in transition, just execute. Let's continue.
Look at this.
We are Native American. I have my Indian card, and so do the boys. So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat.
Let me guess, your Indian name is running around with big racist mouth bull.
The next question is, are you satisfied with the sentence that Karmelo Anthony received? Do you believe Austin has received justice?
That's a real easy question for me to know. Hell no. What is justice? Justice for me is when Austin walks through that door and can hug me.
No, see, what he really wants to say is, if I could kill the damn nigga my damn self, that'll be real justice. But since I can't say that shit, I'm going to utilize my son.
That's how long he should stay in jail. Until my son comes back through that door.
It's to say black fathers are not.
Do I think justice was served? No. There's all types of justice. Street justice, legal justice.
Sounds like a threat that you would delete him once he got out of jail. Oh, that's cute. Done. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, Floriton was disgraced by that comment I just deleted. Because it ain't true. It's not. It's not. I've actually defended a lot of people of here, there, and every color upon this earth. Sometimes people who really feel that way about themselves, they'll self-project onto other people. That's what Commander Luke did with me. Let's continue.
Let me guess. Real street justice means strange fruiting someone like you good old boys used to do in the old days.
Didn't I say that? 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 Let's continue.
And have picnics and make postcards. I'm sorry for anybody who was triggered by this video, but I thought it was important to debunk Jeff Metcalf saying he's not racist. And now you get an idea for how these twins most likely acted towards Karmelo Anthony, acting like they were superior to him. And I do believe he acted in self-defense, and we need to bring justice to Karmelo Anthony.
Amen. This came from Lee Merritt, Esquire. The gag or lifted, the mask came off with it. This is the same man who stood in that courtroom and said it was never about race. The prosecution struck every qualified black juror from the panel. Gag order silenced public response for nearly a year, and the moment the muzzle came off, this is who he showed us who he was. Karmelo Anthony did not get a fair trial, and now the victim's father has confirmed in his own words what this community has known from the beginning. By the way, baller alert, shout out to them. The gag order is lifted, but Jeff's not Karmelo Anthony. My bad, brother. I'm so sorry to you. But Jeff Metcalf's words could follow Karmelo Anthony's appeal straight into court. Free speech is real, and so are consequences. The verdict is in. The sentence has been handed down. The gag order that has kept Jeff Metcalf silent for months, it's gone. Karmelo Anthony, now 19, was found unnecessarily guilty of murder and sentenced to 35 years in prison by a Collin County jury for the fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin McCaff at Frisco, Texas track meet on April 2nd, 2025. The case gripped the nation, sparked protests outside the courthouse, and ignited one of the most heated racial conversations the internet has seen in years. And now with the trial over, the gag order lifted, Jeff Metcalf is talking loudly. And some of what he's saying has people asking a question that's worth sitting with. Could his own words actually affect what happens to Karmelo Anthony on appeal? From the beginning, Judge John Roach understood that this case was a powder keg. He imposed a gag order restricting what those involved could say publicly and barred any electronics from the courtroom due to the enormous attention the case garnered. Wikipedia. Jeff Metcalf felt that restriction deeply. He was a grieving father for watching people online attempt to reframe his son's murder, and he couldn't say a word in response. He addressed it directly in his victim impact statement with a gag order. I can't defend myself when people want to tear down my son's memory. That time is over. And the moment that order lifted, he meant it in court. Jeff Metcalf's victim impact statement was raw, emotional, understandable. Father's rage translated into words. He spoke of his son. He said he had forgiven Karmelo Anthony, but that accountability was necessary. He slammed his fist on the table. He declared that his grief is not sadness, it is rage. But then came the Instagram video. You know who this motherfucker remind me of? This is the white version of Anthony Lofties. This is the white male version of Anthony Lofties. This is the white male version of Anthony Lofties. This is the white male version of Anthony motherfucking Lofties. I bet you if Karmelo Anthony was dead, Anthony would celebrate. Bet you he would. Bet you his aunties would too. And don't say you wouldn't. Because you covering Melody's shit because she's going through her own stuff. But I range your ass already using that false prophet to shade Millie Chum, motherfucker. And you ain't gonna do shit. Because remember, you the one messaged me. Oh, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I've been having anxiety. Oh, everybody been watching me. But you're selling a fucking bullying book, Mitch. Now, if you cannot tell from 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 49 seconds of how I feel about this, I don't know what else to tell you. But I just want everybody who wants to be in drivel and get notices from YouTube that they don't know how to create original content, and this, that, and the third, keep that same fucking energy if you go through some shit. Don't you reach out to no content creator. Don't you reach out to no me, or don't you reach out to anybody to get your story out when you couldn't stand up for this or anything else that's happened this year or in years past. Fucking understand me, Mitches, bitches, and everybody in between that moves, thinks, and consumes that energy. Thank you for your necessary attention to this urgent matter. Now, I'm going to turn off my camera now because we done a whole show for over 2 fucking damn hours. Over 2 fucking damn hours. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good, y'all. Okay. Thank you to Drama City for being here. Thank you to Layla Bakken for being here. Thank you to Renee LaFoya for being here. Thank you to Fullerton for being here. he was going to be a star. I know I run track. I have 4 second place belts. This man was going to be everything you just said, Bray. You okay? You know, Florentin, I'm good, man. I appreciate you. You know, I really get tired of people pretending that they are royalty when they really are a commoner in the family tree. I'm tired of people who ain't got shit to say when the truth comes out, but yet they threw people away when they know good to damn well the history of that person was nothing but good to them as an individual. And I am certainly tired of people that are more concerned about the news that can't help us than giving a fuck about the news that can hurt us. Let me come on camera and say that shit one more time. I am tired of people talking about news that can't help us, but won't give a fuck about talking about the news that can hurt us. I am so sick and motherfucking ass tired about people talking about news that can't help us, but won't talk about the news that can hurt us. I am so sick and motherfucking ass tired of people talking about news that can't help us, but won't talk about the news that can hurt us. That's what I'm fucking tired of. And Florentin's good people. Okay, done with you. All right, thank you so much. You guys are really helping me out by deleting y'all existence. I really, y'all are doing great community service. I thank y'all so damn much. Thank you. Thank you. Back off camera. And then, child, you got people making up fake kingdoms and queendoms, and child, they can't even get to 1,000 subscribers to be somebody. Child, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You gonna repost thirsty toxicity on your channel, but yet you call yourself a content creator? Bitch, says who? Child, listen. Oh my. I'm just saying. You know what? Y'all want some good news? Y'all want some good news? Y'all want some motherfucking good news? I'm going to give you some motherfucking good news. Give me one moment. Why don't you? Yeah. Hey, by the way, listen. Let's all wish the president well at his UFC fight. I think for America's 250th birthday, I think that the president should fight whoever's in UFC. Let him do it. He got it. He's the healthiest president of all time. Let him fight. Let him fight. Let him fight. Secret Service, now don't you get in that ring to protect him. Don't you do it. Melania, let your husband go in that ring. Okay. And to all of his MAGA media elites like Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens, don't y'all say, hey, listen, I think the president getting in the ring is too far. No. No, it wasn't too far when you wanted to support him being president. And I would think, Megyn Kelly, after the president talked about your vagina and blood coming out of it, I would think that you would stand on business. But you allow him to grape your existence, Heifer. I don't get it. Moving on. So, this news just came out. I think we should celebrate it. So, as you guys know, the name of the president to come down tonight, but that's not the only thing. Right here. 47 administration ordered by Judge to reinstall history exhibits related to slavery at national parks. He's been ordered. This just came out 42 minutes ago. Thank you, Layla. Much love to you. Brace Jones, a melting pot of culture, entertainment, and the theme park industry brands, etc., etc., etc. Thank you, Florentin. Love you, brother. You know that. And see, you know, Plies said something about Stephen A. Smith. I want to give Plies his credit right now, because Stephen A. Smith came out here and talked about the president and the mojo and everything. But Plies said something very interesting. He said, you wasn't saying all that when you were buddy with the president when he said you could run for president. Very well done, Plies. Very well done. Very well motherfucking ass done. Back off camera. Oh, Lordy. Lordy, 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 Lordy. And by the way, y'all, let me come back on camera because I need to say this. Does anybody want to know why Stephen A. Smith? Oh, you can just delete YouTube. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much. You want to know why Stephen A. Smith is doing Straight Shooter on the POTUS channel? Do you know why he's doing the Stephen A. Smith show on Mad Dog Radio? Come close. 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 Because First Take can't be a news, politics, entertainment, news debate show. It's on ESPN. Even though ESPN stands for Entertainment Sports Programming Network. So because he wants to expand himself, he's got to go to other areas. Did you know that he confused Kyle Murray for Kyle Rittenhouse live on First Take? And by the way, Stephen A., that acting career. Dude, your name is Brick. That's how much they think of you. You are a brick to ABC. But you ain't no motherfucking foundation. That's sad. But you said don't be upset or don't piss off the natural selection. That's what you said. That's what you said. That's what you said. But you never hosted the ESPYs before. Never hosted the ESPYs red carpet. You go into Fox News and News Nation. You never asked ABC News to join their political coverage of it. The Olympics was over in Milan, darling, Milan. Shout out to Etna Mo and Gast. You couldn't take First Take over to Milan? I mean, you seem to know everybody in Black Hollywood, even though we walk the same streets, which is a motherfucking lie. You couldn't show no highlights because NBC got that locked up, but you could talk to celebrities of Milan. You could have done exclusive content for the ESPN app. So you don't know how to make your gift make room for you. That Up for Debate series you could have done for the Up for Debate podcast network. Where that at? Oh, by the way, Stephen A., just know if First Take was on ABC every day from 10 a.m. to noon, motherfucker, just know I will flame you like Chili's baby back ribs every day from 10 to noon. You know how it will go? GMA from 7 to 9. Taped with Kelly and Mark from 9 to 10 because they're not live anymore. They don't do live shows, y'all. They don't. Then it'll be First Take with Braylon Lee and Stephen A. Smith from 10 to noon. You know what Robin Roberts would say? Y'all enjoy the hour of peace, quiet, and tranquility because it's going to be held from 10 to noon on ABC. I promise you it would. See, you portray yourself like you a nerd, but bruh, you just pretending to be one. You want to moderate a presidential debate? maybe you should know who you're talking about in sports and not confuse political figures and sports figures on live TV before you try to moderate a debate. Now you ain't gotta listen to me, because I don't have $100 million contract, right? But as we can see, whether you are the president or you have a $100 million contract, you still can be a dumbass. Because in the words of Terrell Owens, Max Kellerman is blacker than you, Stephen A. I didn't say it. I'm just repeating. Back off, Karen. Oh, you know what? Hang on. You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? Hang on. You know what? I got something for you. You ready for this? You ready for this? How about you do a female debate show? Oh, y'all ain't gonna like me. Stephen A., I bet you'll produce it. I bet you would. Milagro Grams, Candace Owens are the two debaters. Tasha K, the moderator. Back off camera. What? Tasha K just got a syndication deal. You know she need a job. Pay back Cardi B. Y'all, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this. We got more Brainley's virtual tour. Oh, you know what? Let me add one more thing. Now, I do have somebody who could be the correspondent for the show. Give me one moment. Now, hang on one second, y'all. Now, hang on one second. Now, Portia just heard about this job, okay? Now, she wants to put her resume in, Stephen A. So I'm going to let Portia Williams put in her resume. Portia, listen, I got a big gig for you, heifer, and you damn well need it because you do not deserve a scripted deal from NBC. But listen, I got something for you. Milagro Grams is going to debate Candace Owens 5 days a week. Tasha K is going to be the moderator. But we need a journalist to be out there in those streets. And I think you can do it. Pitch yourself.
Of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be
journalism is
so you're downplaying my job. We do report on news.
Okay.
And a lot of our news, we like to make sure that it's accurate.
Okay.
Period. So I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be
journalism is
It's all,
so you're downplaying my job. We do report on news.
Okay.
And a lot of our news, we like to make sure that it's accurate.
Okay.
Period. So I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be
journalism is
so you're downplaying my job. We do report on news.
Okay.
And a lot of our news, we like to make sure that it's accurate.
Okay.
Period. So I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be
journalism is
so you're downplaying my job. We do report on news.
Okay.
And a lot of our news, we like to make sure that it's accurate.
Okay.
Period. So I am in the world of journalism. So my word
now she's
needs to be
journalism is
so you're downplaying my job. We do report on news.
Okay.
And a lot of our news, we like to make sure that it's accurate.
Okay.
Period. So I am in the world of journalism.
I
So
think we get, but there's just one question I have. I wonder how much journalism you can cover in a numerical amount. Let's go live.
It's not just feeding. It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving.
so
It's
nervous
an everyday
to speak,
situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days. Where the hell that bitch live at?
Bitch, that bitch lives in Atlanta, and she's going to be on that new show that Stephen A. Smith is going to produce with Milagro Grams debating Candace Owens 5 days a week. Tasha K going to be the moderator, and Portia Williams going to be the correspondent. You can't say I don't want black women to win. Okay, for real, back off camera this time. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Rolling.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then. Where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. And just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I love you right back so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back into Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. I'm your virtual tour guide of the culture, for the culture, by the culture, Brayley. Glad to have you here. You know, every time I played that Caesar's commercial, and he talks about ushering in a new age of entertainment. He can party or relax. He lives in opulence and can do the impulse buy, but still handle business. I'm like, and Caesar, and then at the end of it, you say you approve this palace. Child, listen, it's got a whole new definition. Welcome in, glad to have all you here. It's all in good fun, y'all. Listen. That was some good stuff. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna turn off my camera again if you guys just want to chill out here with me for a little bit. Child, I need to rest. By the way, did I mention all that was live? That rhythm and flow was live, baby. I didn't have to tape nothing. And by the way, let me come on camera and say this, right? If you can't stand a person, if you don't talk about them, they can't get any oxygen. You keep making videos on that person is giving them oxygen. You do realize that, right? I'm just saying. Unless you are dried up, washed out, and you're done and you don't have any more content to produce, then just keep doing what you're doing. But the more you give somebody oxygen, the more it reduces your oxygen. The more you give them oxygen, it reduces your oxygen. The more you give them oxygen, it reduces your oxygen. The more you give them oxygen, it reduces your oxygen. To black translate that for y'all. Your behavior is diminishing your message. Your behavior is diminishing your message. Your behavior is diminishing your message. Message. Shout out to y'all, man. Saying back off camera, child. Child, if some of y'all can reduce your oxygen and by supplying others oxygen, people can make a video and say it's an emergency, child. It's called freedom of speech. Damn it. Here. Here, there. Look at the wait. Hello, I'm Ernie Johnson, and I'm here. You're there. We're all here. Ernie Johnson on Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. I gotta tell you, this black man right here. Let me tell you something. TNT needs to do Inside the Culture, and Brayley needs to host it because this man just flamed all you motherfuckers out. And listen, I'm a white man and I got afraid. I gotta tell you something. Oh my Lord, man, he made me strange fruit mentally. I didn't know that commentary could have rhythm and flow like that. Oh my God, Chuck, what'd you think? Well, you know, Braylon's always been that motherfucker. I gotta tell you that. Or he is that. Charles Waithe. Oh, you know, listen, Braylon really think he's the shit all the damn time, and you know but nobody elevates him out. Charles, your ass don't want to work, motherfucker. You got a $50 million contract, and all you gotta do is work 1 to 2 days a week. Well, when you put it like that, it sounds like an asshole, you know. Well, Kenny the Jet Smith, what do you think? Well, you know, I gotta tell you something. If I'm the jet, Braylon's the fleet. If I'm the jet, Braylon's the fleet. If I'm the jet, Braylon Lee is the fleet. I gotta tell you, that motherfucker can fly here, there, everywhere, drop bazookas, and then come back home and still fuck his BBW wife and love his kids and conquer the world. That's who Braylon Lee is. Well, Braylon, you heard it from the inside the NBA crew. Back to you. Thank you, Ernie, so much for stopping by. I appreciate you so much, man. You never know who's gonna pop by on this show, then. I know that King to Jeff Smith wasn't a good impression, but damn it, the rest of them, I handle that shit. Anyway, y'all got any more questions for me? Any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, perspectives? Because I'm done. I ain't got nothing else. I'm good. We had a rough start in the beginning, but hey, we brought it home. We brought it home. That was damn good, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, and by the way, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me at all. Because none of y'all are Mariah Huck that can go to Bravo Network and make yourself known to become a somebody. So don't come off your chair to throw tomatoes at me. But if you do, it must be true about your bitch ass or your mitch ass to some damn degree, a fifth, quarter, or half. Okay? We all got the freedom of speech. Say what we want. And everything I said tonight was off of actual, factual information. Okay? All right? Just saying. And before you try to come at me, I want you to take a look at your channel, look at mine. And if you can match content with me, then you can respond. But if you can't, shut the fuck up. Know your role, stay in your place, and drive slow. Or to use a quote from Maurice Scott, lay their role over and take it. Okay? All right. Last thing. Y'all got to recognize just because somebody doesn't respond to everything doesn't mean they don't see everything. I always say that, right? But bigger than that, just because they don't show this energy all the time don't mean that they don't have it. Because you can't go to the higher that's waiting for you, being y'all at the lower that's available. Back off, King. Okay. Oh, my Lord. Okay, we're just going to chill out here for a little bit. Y'all, I'll probably end it at, what time? Y'all think 2:45 would be good to end the show? Because I'm good, y'all, for real. I ain't got nothing else for y'all, for real. Listen, if you can't tell how I feel, you're gonna have to just go to the little. You're gonna have to go to the three dots and then hit the ass thing and then hit summarize video. Figure out what I said. But I think I made it as clear as day, night, and afterlives, and past lives, and the current lives. Listen. Oh, you know what? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh my Lord, the idiots are out tonight. My God. The idiots come out at night. 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 Now, of course, I'm being facetious. Now, everybody's a damn idiot. Calm down. Good Lord. It's called wordplay. Oh, and by the way, before the auntie that named their daughter Gray because they didn't bring no sunshine out of their mother's vagina or they don't bring no sunshine in real life, just know you are closer to the casket to die than at the cradle, start life to become something important. Please stay in your lane. Take your medicine and go the fuck to sleep, okay? Sincerely, for your own mental health. I mean, you already lost your mental health when you on crack, but you know, he or she who has not sinned cast the first stone, child. But moving on. I just thought you should know personally before you respond, because I know it takes you a minute to have any comprehension of brain cells to form brain to say anything articulate. Yet you call me Happy Feet, but yet you don't know that's an Oscar-winning movie every time you call me that. But moving on. Oh my God. Ooh, Lord, there's not even an unto that can provide enough perfume to give that place a good smell. Good Lord Jesus. I guess cops can be stupid too, huh? On panels in real life. Moving on. Anyway. Man. Well, y'all ain't saying nothing, so I guess we'll end at 2 hours and 45 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Let's watch some fireworks, shall we, as we get to 2 hours and 45 minutes here. Yes, indeed. Isn't it amazing after you can handle business, you can still celebrate the joy? But you in your right mind, that you ain't just gotta give somebody else oxygen and reduces your own oxygen. Isn't it nice to be free and not be beholden to anything just to exist? My Lord, that's such a free feeling. Oh, man. You know what? Instead of ending at 2:45, I'm gonna let it go until that big fireworks go off, and then we'll go off. Okay. If you guys are looking for a daily movie, I already did during the 6 o'clock show, but I'll do a special one for y'all. It really is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, man. And there it is. There is the big fireworks. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Listen, I'm going to end it with a special motivator for you all. When it comes to a building, you want to know who's the most powerful? You would think the construction workers are the most powerful, right? Because they're building it. Nah. But what they do serve as is they serve as the ground crew to make sure all the components match what the blueprint is supposed to be. Now, the second part of this puzzle is you would think that the suppliers bringing in everything for the building have the most power, right? Yes, but no. You know why I say yes, but no? Yes, they have power because they have to bring in the right equipment and light bulbs and this, that, and third to make the building. But no, because if it doesn't fit, right, then they got to go back to the drawing board. So if they can't bring in the right pieces for the building, then the construction workers can't make the building. But it leaves that third part of this motivator. The person that has the most power over the building is not who owns the building. That comes after. but it's the person who designs the blueprint. The person who designs the blueprint, they work out the dimensions. So whatever you want to do, it's got to fit in that. So if you want to be anything in life, nothing wrong with being a construction worker. Nothing wrong with being the supplier. Nothing wrong with being the owner afterward. But if you know how to make the blueprint, you own the game plan for every building you build. And if you own the plans, that really makes you the owner, huh? With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say 1 point special, because you are always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing to call yourself, is another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise to be great together. Always remember what you're doing. Radio, television, YouTube, live your best life. Or you're just recognizing that just because somebody doesn't come in the middle of it all doesn't mean they ain't got nothing to say. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, on see love, you gotta give it. On see love, you gotta give it. On see love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is probably be proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all know the number one thing that can constantly rise and constantly fall? It's grass. Think about that. Grass can rise and fall. Grass can get crazy. Grass can be trimmed. So if grass can have a purpose, then why can't we have a purpose to rise, to fall, to let go of things? Why can't we be out of control for what's right? And why can't we trim what's wrong? Now clock that T, clock that T, clock that T. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. It's sitting right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Karmelo, we got you, brother. Love you, man. Keep your head up. And brother, that was Charlie Kirk coming back to the afterlife. I think you did a lot more good than people want to say. Child, that damn daddy. Well, he's closer to the grave to die with Marie for grave than at the casket of life. So, hey, we got more people to send up. Well, I guess the good people go up, like praises go up, and curses and hate go down. I guess the dad Marie for grave will be going down, not going up. Anyway, and people that think like them too. All right, bye, everybody. Peace, love, bye. That goes for you too, Anthony Loftus, you fucking piece of shit bastard. Bye, everybody. For real, I gotta go.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that They have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons. But you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. but it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Braylon over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. I need to tell you. I can't wait till I can tell you.
Good morning, TikTok. Can I have your attention, please? Girl, are you ticking? Are you talking? Because knowledge is knocking. Then I want to talk to you real quick about ignoring a bitch. Oh, there's power in turning the other cheek. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One thing about people that like to throw shade, you don't fight shade with shade. The only thing that overrides and destroys the shade is the sunlight. See, your light got to be so bright that you keep that bitch where they belong, in the shadows, the dark. The bitch is invisible, and we don't see you, girl. See, you don't go back and forth with a person that's hating on you, because when you do that, you become just like them, a weak bitch. So the next time they mention your name in a status, or your name come up in a conversation, don't respond because you're too high to look that low. We can't go back and forth with people that we can't reach and that's not on our level. We not sitting at the same table eating the same meals.